Enough is enough. The game getting real crazy, y'all. Jaime Munguia, he gets upset. I called it the upset of the year. Some people complained, which we'll get into. But in a shocking turn of events, like when I seen Jaime Munguia get knocked out, it was so clear. It was so clean. It was a beautiful shot. It was a peach of a shot that this underdog, massive underdog, landed. And to me, it was an open and shut case. So that's what I expected. I made my report, gave you the full fight breakdown of Jaime Munguia and how he was upset. I think it was the upset of the year. And somehow, some way, boxing fans, they won't stop. And they come up with all these conspiracies and whodunit murder mysteries. Some things are just what they are. Now you have people claiming that this lovely upset, which is good for boxing, and I'll explain that in the back half of the video, is a premature stoppage, which is insane. Something, again, I didn't think I'd have to do a video about or deal with, but here I am. Follow me on Instagram at BoxingEgo1. We just hit 65,000. Let's try to go for 75,000 subscribers. This, keep in mind, I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. This is not even my first page, and we're not even where I was on my first page, but we working. You know, I told you I would get back and bring it back, and here we are, and we focus. So let's go through this Jaime Munguia business. Ringside, bow. Oh my, you see that? He on the ground trying to figure out what the just happened. It's an open and shut case, Officer Johnson. He looking up all of the lights. He looking up at the lights, at the rafters. This is what it is. But yet and still, boxing fans. Bro, look at it. Look. We're going to watch it again. Look, he's up. But he almost crashed out. Hold on. And his opponent runs. To the rope. Hold on. Let's look at it again. Look, he happy. He's celebrating. As he should. He pulled the upset of the year. Right? Let's look at that one more again. I would be hyped if I was his team too. He came with nothing. And Munguia got crashed out. Crash bandicoot. He crashed it. Watch, y'all. Bop, he down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, look. I told what are we doing? So, off of my count, and I've watched it a couple of times, he got up around 9. It was a cool 9. He got up at 9. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. This is how I understand and know that some of y'all need some schooling, and I'm the teacher. This proves to me that there's a lot of eyeballs that tune in for these fights or watch the highlights and commentate, and they might like boxing, but they don't know about boxing. First of all, even if you get up and beat the count, it's within the ref's discretion if they want the bout to continue. They're going to sometimes, tell the fighter to put the gloves up, walk here, and the eyes, Chico. What did he say in Scarface? Okay. The eyes never lie, Chico. The eyes never lie. So refs are instructed and trained to kind of look. This man's eyes as he's getting up, look all glossy and glazed over. He looked like he got hit by a car or something, right? Completely blindsided. He didn't see the shot coming. He didn't expect this unknown guy would come into his backyard and sleep him, especially when the guy has coming into this fight 27 fights and he had only 4 knockouts. He's not known as a knockout puncher, so you can understand why I'm saying this is the upset of the year. Now, as open and shut as I believe this fight is, again, you have people trying to create a circus saying it was a premature stoppage. And it's just bizarre and it's crazy. And I'm telling you, if you're not a real boxing fan, unsubscribe to me. Don't click on my videos because I don't want you. I don't want you on my page. Now, if you don't know much about boxing, but you're willing to learn and, you know, put your thinking cap on, then you're welcome here. So it's not just for only advanced boxing watchers, but I'm not here for know-it-alls who don't know what they're talking about and try to talk louder than everybody in the room. This was a great stoppage. It was unexpected. That's why I'm calling it the upset of the year. So anybody saying otherwise, people are like, that was a short count. Bro, the referee has full discretion, just like the ringside physician or the opponent's corner. Those are the people who could stop a fight. The fighter himself, his corner, ringside physician, you know, technically the commission, and the referee. The man didn't see the punch coming. He's looking up at the sky, ribbon in the sky for all 13. Bro, he's fully Stevie Wondered out. Ribbon in the sky, ribbon in the sky, ribbon in the sky. He's very slow to get up, and you have maniacs who are saying that this was a slow count and it was rigged and all kinds of stuff like that. Munguia is signed to Top Rank. To my knowledge, as of recording this video, his opponent isn't. The fight happened in Tijuana, Mexico, where Jaime Munguia is from. Munguia was trying to bounce back. He had one fight since the Canelo fight. This was his 4th fight this year. Trying to bounce back because people want to see him back in, you know, really in contention for the bigger names. Caleb Plant maybe, or Edgar Berlanga. So he really messed his bag up losing to this unknown, you know, guy who was on a year layoff, 364 days. I mean, that's a year, people. There's 365 days in a year, and he was 1 day short of that. So it was almost literally his 1 year anniversary that he pulled this massive upset, right? And he flew from France to Mexico and got busy, stayed composed, even when he himself got dropped in the 2nd round. He got dropped and he still got back to the basics. He was really swinging, trying to land thoughtful and impactful counter shots. It was Munguia who really, after the knockdown, I feel Munguia, he just started to revert back to what he's been, especially early in his career, which is not a refined fighter on both sides, offense and defense. So that's what happened. And he, you know, got too aggressive. His opponent was baiting him all night on the ropes of just being on the ropes, like trying to catch stuff and, you know, counter. And he caught him, and he caught him with something big. So to me, it's stupid that anybody's even challenging him. Like, look, like I said, his opponent on the rope, leaning on the ropes, full vision of what's going on. Like, no problem. Munguia, look, just right there, I'm showing you the flaw. He's too offensive minded. Your opponent's on the rope. This guy had pretty quick hands, you know, especially for some guy that we didn't really know much about. You look at where the placement of Munguia's hands is about chest level. So he's just worried about pop, pop, you know, throwing his shots, pop, pop, chest level. None of this, you see the cabeza, none of this is covered or protected. So he's fully exposed here. Look, his dude loads up, yaps him. Loads up. Because the thing is, when you're just punching, like Munguia, blah, 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 punching, right? You have to stop at some point. And he found his opening. You're seeing it right in real time. And he threaded the needle. Saw the opening. He took it. He was fast enough to execute it. Boom. Upset of the year. Bow. Look at this man trying to get up. And people are saying it's premature. Even though he gets up and he got up at like 9 and he almost crashes. Like, bro, when he got up, he didn't stand straight up like, yes, sir. Like, he didn't stand right up. He was like bent down and went like this and almost crashed and used his head as a battering ram into the ropes. And you have people who have the audacity to say that this was a premature stoppage. It's goofy. And again, I don't want goofy people on my page. Blair the Flair, shout out to him. Woo! He commented on my post. He says, nah, he was on the canvas past 10 seconds, bro. Again, shout out to Blair the Flair. What don't y'all understand? I'm a content creator. I get paid to put out content. I post anything and people like critique it. They think this is my thoughts. The reason why I'm asking if it's a premature stoppage, it's not because I think it is. It's because people are saying that. I know the answer. So it's funny when they think everything you post is like, if I post a quote and it's a sad quote, people are like, oh, you're depressed? No, I'm not. I'm amazing. Life is amazing. Why would I be depressed? I just like the quote. You know what I'm saying? People, social media is screwing up your head. Anyway, he said, LOL, and he shook his head. Yeah, I'll be wanting him to have that Tyson Fury. Yeah, I'll be wanting him to have that Tyson Fury 15 seconds. Boy got caught in the story. He meant to put in the story. See? Worry about him bouncing back from this loss instead of trying to make an excuse and blame the referee. In this game, things happen. It can happen to the best of us. Again, I don't think it's a premature stoppage. Henceforth, why I'm making this video. So I want that to be fully clear. But you can even go in the comment section. You got people who are arguing, saying the count was short. Saying, yeah, he was rocked, but that was a short count. Some of you guys are maniacs. What are we talking about, bro? The man was squirming and looked like he couldn't say his alphabets in Spanish. And people have the nerve to say the stoppage was too premature. And, you know, the stoppage was so premature and Munguia should have get more time. This ain't Tyson Fury, Jack Reese, and Wilder in the first fight. You get what you get. Look, just look at this man, bro. We're going to look at it one. Look. He got the Holy Ghost in him. People think because you rise to your feet that, oh, you're good. Bro, he started running. Legs is done. Them legs is gone. So shout out to his opponent for pulling the upset. I had to clear the air because there's a lot of low quality content, a lot of stupidity regarding this, and a lot of poor sportsmanship, right? Where you'll see a person like get beat up or lose, and then people just come out with all these fake conspiracies. I remember when Bivol lost to Beterbiev. I had the fight very close, but I see Beterbiev winning or draw, right? People try to spread, everything has to be a conspiracy these days. People try to spread this narrative that, oh man, this was such a robbery. Bivol got robbed. And initially people like Eddie Hearn and fans were running with it. And then they seen that people like Bernard Hopkins and other people like myself, I was the first per usual, were coming to bat and saying, hey, Beterbiev, like he did his thing. And it was a fight of halves. I had Beterbiev winning, right? And then that slowly went away. Well, actually pretty quickly went away, I would say, where all the people who were saying that it was a robbery that died out. So, we live in such a microwave society, times where people just pop out and can give you instantaneous responses. The problem with that is not everyone's a boxing ego. And I'm not saying that to be cocky, but I think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Notice I don't be doing a bunch of apology videos. I've been on here double-digit years, never had no real problems with YouTube or got kicked off YouTube or banned. You see these new streamers, Gen Z people, and they're getting kicked off one platform, Twitch, go to Kick, they get kicked off Kick. How you get kicked off Kick, right? Because people don't think about what they say and they just run off at the mouth. And then, like I said, popcorn society, people are trying to take like outcomes to me that are good, because I like when things get shooken up or shaken up. I like when you shake things up in the world of boxing, and it lets people know to be on guard and be on your toes, because this could happen. You could be the next Munguia, where you just got a Canelo bag and then you're having to look at everyone in the crowd looks shocked. All the people, he's from Mexico, all the people from Mexicans, and look, Jimmy Lennon, all the people in the crowd look shook, but this could be anybody. Especially if you have a big fight with Canelo, who knows? I mean, I'm not trying to kick a man while he's down. I don't know Munguia. I don't know his training routine. Maybe he takes it serious even after the Canelo fight and he just got caught. But also sometimes people get a little bit lax and lazy when they make that type of money. It's like game-changing money. Again, people saying it's a premature stoppage. This is him at 9.5, 10 seconds at the very least, and he's not even upright. Why would the ref not stop the fight? For all the people saying it was a short count, does this man look prepared? You guys want to see Mortal Kombat finish him? Like, it's crazy the lack of boxing knowledge, and people, they're loud and wrong. People will say this stuff and really mean it and think they are cooking and saying good, patting themselves on the back and think they're saying good things. Like, bro, does he look equipped to continue the fight? He got hit with one shot. He was out. Took him a while to get up. And then when he gets up, he about to crash into the ropes sideways. Like he on dang near on all fours. Does he look like he should have? And he don't have no defense to begin with. So, I mean, I hate to tell y'all and burst your bubble, but if you didn't have no defense through mostly all of your career, now you're badly hurt, what kind of survival skills do you expect him to have when he's got cobwebs? Everything's cloudy. You got your bell rung. You're concussed. Like, people usually revert back to what they know. So when you're Floyd and he get rocked by Shane Mosley, he reverts to what he knows, which is skills. I can box people too and get my footing back. I can walk people down. I can, give me a task, I can complete it. But a guy like Munguia, he's fun to watch. Seems like a cool dude, but I wouldn't let him continue. Too slow to get up. And then on top of that, he could have got seriously hurt. And it's sad because you have people like Pritchard Colon and Magomed Abdusalamov, who their lives and their families' lives have been forever impacted based on one fateful night in a boxing ring, right? Maxim Dedashev, right? And some of you guys don't know who these people are. Look them up. These people either lost their lives or came close to it. And you're telling me that the ref made the bad call? Look at his cameraman or whoever that is, the cameraman. He looked disgusted with what he's seeing. Look, he looked like he going through it. He don't even want to take a picture of Munguia. Munguia looking at him on the ground. He on the ground looking at the cameraman. And you're telling me that he should continue the fight. The ref made the wrong call. Stop it. Stop it. And again, I always blame the fans, and I'm going to keep doing it because you put content creators in this space. When I started, there weren't really people doing this, like daily content from a home studio type of deal. It wasn't big, but I knew magazines were going away. People weren't worried about magazine subscriptions and things like that. And I knew this was the future. I knew I was the future, digital mob, right? And I knew I was coming, and this is how people would consume this sport. And I was right. Now you have more people, but more people. Boxing is such a niche sport where a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. So you just have more gibberish and more narrative painting and spin doctors in these situations. Munguia could have literally been really hurt in this fight if it had been allowed to continue. And I think the ref, I'm a human, so I humanize the sport. People, if you start painting the wrong picture, that's why it's dangerous. When you start painting the wrong pictures in the sport of boxing, you don't know. The ref could get like death threats, and people start sending, like, find his social media handle and start DMing him. It gets real dangerous. And I don't think a referee should have to worry about feeling guilty for doing their job and doing their job well. Now, if you screw up and you ruin everybody's fight and you ruin the fight or the outcome, you're on your own. But the ref did nothing wrong. Munguia did not look cool to go, and you have boneheads who are really trying to push this narrative. Like I said, they did this with Better Biev and Bivol. Sometimes things are what they are. Better Biev and Bivol, their styles gelled and meshed well. They were both elite fighters. Both are elite fighters. So it's going to be competitive. Point blank period. It's going to be competitive when they scrap. And it was a high-level, high-speed chess match. One person got to win and lose. Not everything is a robbery. Not everything clearly is a cherry pick, because your boy came from France and just pulled a massive upset. Again, you had people in the comment section arguing with me saying it wasn't an upset. If this isn't an upset, then I don't really know what is an upset. You had a guy who was highly favored. He had home court advantage fighting where he's from, literally, not just Mexico, but fighting literally where he's from, the region, regionally, Tijuana. He had fought 4 times this year. This other dude ain't fought in a year since his last fight. This guy was actually a middleweight, and they brought him up. So imagine you have 27 fights, and you're primarily a middleweight, and you have only 4 knockouts in 27 fights. You have no power at a lighter division, according to your record. So to move up, to go to 168, move up 8 pounds, where you weren't thought to be a dangerous, massive puncher at 160, and now you move up 8 pounds, late notice, I'm assuming, and you knock a guy out with a one-hitter quitter. Again, you got people arguing. Go to my comment section, literally trying to argue with me, the GOAT of boxing talk, the greatest to ever do this, the best in the business, and it's not even close, that this wasn't an upset. I don't care what you thought about Jaime Munguia. Like, if you thought he was no good, it's an upset. Again, you got a guy who entered the game 27, 28 fights. Actually, it was 27. This is after I took this, after he beat Munguia. Yeah, 27 fights with only 4 knockouts. And then he leaves victorious, and he takes it, the person's scalp in Mexico, Tijuana to be specific, where they're from. Munguia fought Canelo earlier this year and has almost 50 fights, and he's losing to someone of this stature. So again, I think it's because a lot of the race fans, they don't want to eat this. They know this is an embarrassing loss to Munguia, and maybe they like him. So it's over here, it's facts over feelings. I don't care who you like and all that type of stuff. What's right is right. But I think the race fans, they're angry, so they're trying to justify, oh, this wasn't an upset. Oh, it was a short count, and all these bullshit narratives to try to somehow spin it. But again, in situations like this, nobody believes you. You need more people. Nobody believes that Jaime Munguia was robbed or cheated of more time in the shape that he looked like he was in. We unpacked. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxing Eagle unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We We unpack. We unpack.